I'm in a relationship now, which means I recently had some growth. I'm not a big porn guy, which is a lot easier than saying, "Ooh, I'm a big porn guy." This is how you know you hit a rock bottom when it came to porn. I stopped watching porn because of this reason. Because after I was masturbating and I finished, and then I started reading the porn comments on the videos. That's not a good place in your life. When after you ejaculate, you start saying to yourself, now what do creeps think? You know? One guy wrote, "I don't know, man. Her moaning seems kind of fake." Yeah, bro, she's also not really a nurse. What do you want, authenticity? She's scared out of her mind. Leave her alone. I am in a relationship, and I've learned that women talk about the relationship way more than men do, right? Guys keep that card close to the vest. Women talk about it. My girlfriend came up to me recently and was like, "Hey, I just told my mom you finally said I love you." I was like, wow, that reminds me I should tell my mom that I have a girlfriend. Your mom doesn't know you have a girlfriend yet? No, okay. This date ends tonight. This is the thing, you're in a relationship and you learn new things every day, dude. Your vocabulary expands when you're in a relationship. You learn stuff from your partner all the time. For instance, went to a restaurant. I go, "Babe, what do you feel like eating?" She looked at the menu, then looked at me and went, "Honestly, I'm in the mood for some broccolini." I mean, honestly, people, I'm a dumb guy. I didn't know that was a word. I thought this was her nickname for broccoli. I thought she'd being cute, like, "Oh my God, that's what you call it? That's adorable." Well, maybe I'll get a hamburgerino. Maybe some ice creamies after. Tried to get laid that night? Ooh, denido. I'll leave you guys with this. Did you know this? Broccolini. Look it up. You can see it in a restaurant. It's a man-made vegetable. Did you know that? It's a genetically modified splice between asparagus and broccoli. It was made in a lab in '93 right here in Los Angeles, which kind of makes sense. Because only in LA would someone look at broccoli and be like, "You should be taller and thinner." All right. Change your name, sound more ethnic. It'll fly in the restaurant scene.
I used to substitute teach during the day for extra money. But I work with the younger kids, not the older kids, you know? Because once you get to 6th grade, they can kind of bully me a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't like that. Because you can't punk a 6th grader into doing his work. Like, "Ricky, sit down and do your work." And I'm like, "Yeah, you want to take this outside?" I'm like, "No, Ricky, continue your work, actually. Go ahead." I think substitute teaching is probably the most thankless job on the planet. By far. That's the only job where you're guaranteed to get every kid at their absolute worst. It's guaranteed. Nobody sees a substitute and then thinks, "I'm gonna be well-behaved today." What better time to be well-behaved than when there's absolutely no consequences for my actions? Do you guys remember having substitutes? Do you remember that? Were you well-behaved? No, you were animals. As soon as that substitute walked through the door, we looked at each other in agreement. "Yo, I'm gonna try and make him cry." There was always one kid in the back of the class that would take it way too far. He'd always come out like, "Oh, I'm gonna fight him." Like, "What? No, we just want him to change careers. We're children." I work for private schools, public schools. The private schools are the worst because they can invent whatever rules they want. If they're I was at a very progressive private school, and they made rules. They're like, "Hey, if you ever play any games with the children, we want you to let them win to help build up confidence. We want strong, confident children." And I'm a gamer. I go 110 always. But I also needed the money, you know what I mean? And of course, that morning recess, a little 1st grader, he wanted to race me. You know, you guys, I smoked him. I forgot how fast I was, by the way. I forgot. And by the way, my confidence through the roof. They were absolutely right. But he started crying. He was crying right there. That's how bad I beat him. I made a guy cry. I never tell him the age when I tell that story. He started crying. I had to talk to him like a little. Finally, I pulled him aside. I was like, "Listen, I'm going to talk to you like you're a little adult right now, okay? Listen to me. You are a white kid at a private school. This may not make sense to you right now, but this race we had, you actually won. You win. I'm loser. You get it." I forgot to go with it. I'm the loser in the situation. Most kids liked it when I subbed for them because I was always honest. I never lied. Every class, every morning, same thing. Everybody bring it in nice and tight. Take a knee. Listen up. I do not want to be here this morning. Let's get through this day as quickly as possible, all right? Everybody pay attention to the monitor. We're going to spend the next 6 hours watching old stand-up clips of mine on YouTube. Who's got parents in the biz?
I wasn't sure how I was going to start the show. I worked out stuff, and I have to tell you something, and I swear this is true. It happened 6 minutes ago, and I can see the guy. I'm not going to point out who it is. There are no toilets, no restrooms backstage, so I had to go to the gents, to the restroom, and I was there, standing, doing what... I'm not looking at him. Doing what I had to do, and I felt my phone vibrate in my pocket, and I've been having an on and off signal since I've been here. Anyway, I had a free hand, so I took my phone out and I had a look, and I normally wear glasses to read, which I don't have with me, so I was holding it like this, and there's a text message from a friend of mine, a comedian friend, telling me about a gig, and I'm looking at it and I'm laughing, and I turned to the guy next to me. It looked like I was taking a photo of his penis. So. Generally true, and it was him. So, and well done, miss. Good choice. Sorry, I make it fun. What's your name, my friend? Hello, Brian. That's a strong grip than I was expecting. What do you do? I know one thing you do, clearly. Nice to... What's your job, Brian?
I'm a dean over a middle school.
I didn't get that. So I am... doesn't matter, in my head you're a mechanic. It's not about fun. So nice to meet you, Brian. I've been doing this job. I've been a comedian for a while. When I first started, I met a girl, right? You will one day, Brian. I met a girl, and she was a lovely girl, and she told me she wanted sex really badly, which is lucky, so that's just so I do it. But she, I'll wait. But she was a lovely, beautiful girl, lovely long shoulder length arms, and we saw each other for a while, and we used to talk about fantasies and things. I thought, one day, she said to me, come on, you've never told me, what's your favourite fantasy? And I said, I'll be honest, I've always wanted to sleep with two women. And she said, well, have you? I said, well, you're the second, so yes. So I said to her, what's your fantasy? She said, I'd love to cover myself in whipped cream and for you to lick it off. I said, look, I'd love to, but unfortunately, I'm allergic to cream. She said, don't worry, I'll use a substitute. Steve, his name was. But... But is this are you married, by the way, Brian? Is it your partner next to you? No? No, do you not know her? Oh, this is awkward. Okay. No, it's just you have your hand on her knee. The thing is, there are a lot of couples. And who's a couple? You two a couple? You're not a couple? Oh, you're very friendly here. You're all... Are there any couples, guys? I don't know. One couple, brilliant. Well done, the only couple in the room. And the thing is, I'm jealous. What's your name, my friend? Chris. I'm jealous of couples, Chris, because I haven't found the one, which is quite sad for me, quite sad for my parents, devastating for my wife. But how long have you been married, Chris? Doesn't matter. To be fair, it was a difficult question, and I'd already asked you your name. So, I've been married. One, the thing is, when you've been married a long time, things can get a bit dull. Am I right, Chris? Oh, you shouldn't have nodded. But things can get a bit dull. And I've tried to spice things up with my wife. I recently tried to add sparkle in the bedroom. My wife wasn't interested, which annoyed me because Sparkle wasn't a cheap prostitute. But I am still nice guy. But I am. My name's Benedara. Thank you very much. Good night.
Oh man, does anyone take Uber or Lyft here tonight? Anybody take Uber or Lyft here?
No.
Okay. I didn't know the Laugh Factory had a mayor. No, none of us believe in apps. Here's the thing about Uber and Lyft. I'm not a big fan. I like cabs still. Like a New York cab, I like a New York cab. Uber and Lyft is still kind of weird to me because it's a cab, but it's not. You don't know the dude, but he's in your phone for some reason. But the simple life hacks you can do to make yourself feel comfortable in these cars. You know this? In the Lyft app, you can change your name to whatever you want. You don't have to go by a government name. I'm just saying it's kind of nice every time we get in the car. The Lyft driver looks at his phone in my profile and goes, hey, son. 5 stars, Dad. And then we don't talk for the whole ride and it feels really familiar, you know what I mean? I don't like Uber Pool because sometimes you get that one dude a little too energetic, a little too excited to be there. You know what I'm talking about? He's got a backpack, a white dress shirt, just comes in like, hey, how's everybody doing? Like, that's not how this works, asshole, all right? This is a car, but these are bus rules, you know what I mean? Thank you. I'm in a relationship. Anyone in a relationship here? Okay. Just heard one sad lady in the shadows. Yay. This is our night out.
They say you should never ask a woman a question you don't want to know the answer to. I'm gonna go a step further. Never ask a woman a question you're gonna remember the answer to, all right? Here we go. So in my last relationship, in the first 3 months, my girl said, Clint, I trust you. Ask me anything and I'll answer honestly. The question I asked her that I needed to know, and I don't need anybody here judging me, I said, what's the longest you've ever driven just to have sex? It's a very important question you gotta ask your lady tonight, fellas. You gotta know how committed to the dick she is. Okay, since we all wanna act like we the virgin show up in here, women only, round of applause. How many women in here drove a substantial distance, meaning over an hour, just to have sex, make some noise? How far you drive? 2 hours. Is that the dick you drove for? No? It's gonna be a long ride when y'all go home tonight, yo. My last girlfriend told me she drove 11 hours for sex. I said, man, that must have been some impeccable penis. Fast forward a year later, we in a relationship. And I said, babe, I miss you. I can't wait to come home, because when I come home, you coming over and it's going down. And she said, no, it's not, because I'm tired and I don't feel like driving that far. And that's when my fucking memory kicked in. And I'm like, bitch, you only live 10 minutes away. What you mean you don't feel like driving that far? And I learned this at that moment. Fellas, pay attention. Connor, pay attention. Get off your phone. Never try to out-petty a woman during an argument. You always gonna lose. See, when men argue, all we want to do is say something, make you hurt a little bit. It hurt, it's over. Women, on the other hand, when y'all argue, it's like in the back of your mind, there's an imaginary brother on your shoulder yelling in your ear, Mortal Kombat's finish him, and y'all want to go for the fucking jugular, yo. No. All I said was, I bet you if I was that other brother, you'd have drove 11 hours to come see me. And she said, haha, you know what, you're right. And if he's there, you let me know and I'll be there in 5 minutes. That shit ain't funny, man. Fuck y'all, yo. Here's the last thing before I get up out of here, yo. You know what the worst thing about being single is? The worst thing for me is now I gotta start all over again and meet new people. I don't give a shit about your favorite color. Let's just move on to what this about to be, all right? True story, so I don't have no car out here, and I'm taking the bus. And I saw a beautiful young lady on the bus. I said, hey, my name is Clint. I would love to take you out sometime. Let me tell you what this little fucking hood rat told me, all right? She said, take me out? Where you gonna take me? You take the bus, which means you can't take me nowhere. And guess what? I don't date nobody who take the bus. Now, in the back of my mind, while y'all laughing, I'm like, bitch, you take the bus too. You can't be picky, but I'm a Christian, so I didn't say that. Then she said, you seem like a nice guy, but right now, at this point in my life, I don't need a man. I said, yes, you do. You need me for this dick. It's a bad idea, yo. Here's how I knew she was a hood rat. She looked at me, she's like, I need you for what, boo-boo? Dick. Goes in her purse, pulled out a dildo, waved the shit in my face, said, I don't need you or any man for shit, and tapped the dick on my chest. Now, do you know how traumatizing it is to have a plastic penis tapped on your chest on the bus on Crenshaw Boulevard? So I just got off at Slauson Avenue, man. And the reason why I got off at Slauson is because the marathon continues, man. My name is Clint Coley. Thank y'all for having me.